Dana.
I'm Gina.
I'm Christina, and we're the Gorgeous Geeks, and we're here today to talk about cowboys and aliens.
Woo, cowboy.
And when I first heard about this film, which we've never read Cowboys and Aliens, but when I heard they were making this film, I'm like, Mom, they're making a movie with cowboys and aliens.
I mean, this is just like both our mom's like favorite genres, like
combined,
melded together.
So she's not watching the Sci-Fi Channel.
She's watching the Western Channel.
Yeah. Unless she's watching HGTV. But they were homes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had everything.
And they even started to redecorate at the end.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So it was the perfect film, which she really did like. I really liked it.
I liked it a lot.
I was thoroughly pleased, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't. I thought it was good. I mean, it didn't like knock my socks off or anything. But I thought it was good.
I enjoyed it. It was an enjoyable film from beginning to end.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Harrison Ford. They had
Daniel Craig.
They had
Sam Rockwell.
That kid who played Aang. I was from the Avatar.
I was wondering why that kid looked familiar.
I was watching that kid. I'm like, I wonder if you have any emotion. Like, I was really hard on him.
But you know what?
Okay.
You know what? I thought he did a very good job for the film.
Yeah.
I liked him.
It was just in Avatar, he was like so stoic, and that was
Yeah.
completely not how Aang was supposed to be.
Once I got that
I was a
Avatar in my
director.
mind.
Yeah, oh,
That's
yes,
the
he was a
director.
director. This kid,
He can act.
Yeah.
The kid can act.
Yeah.
I would-
He did a good job.
It's not like blow my mind, but you know,
I mean,
he's
you know
good.
Haley Joel Osment, but he did a good job. I think everybody did. Olivia, I knew. Oh, no spoilers. She did a great job. I knew she could act. Just you can watch one season of House and see that she's a great actress.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody in this movie really did well.
I thought that
From the main actors down to the henchmen.
right.
Everybody did a great.
Had the one guy from
Yeah.
Shield. Think of what his name
Yeah,
is.
he was in there. When I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, here comes the.
He was also in the last. No, he was also in the last Predators too.
Yeah, he was.
One thing I liked about this movie was that it felt kind of brutal.
Like Christina said, it was brutal. It was some scenes you're going like, oh. I mean,
Yeah.
and people that died, you was kind of like, I wasn't expecting them to die. Oh, they died. Oh, I mean,
And during the fighting, when they were fighting the aliens, they were tough cookies.
Yeah,
and it was
they
kind of
were.
like, how are they gonna get out of this?
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know how they're gonna. I was like, ooh.
And I'm like, oh, they have advantage, and they just like busted out of somewhere, and they just started fighting, and it's like, ooh, no.
I was just
Yeah.
kind of like, they not gonna be able to.
Yeah, I didn't know how they're gonna be able to pull it off. I
Yeah.
really didn't know, and but they did. But the thing that really made this movie work was Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
They found the perfect person to play that role.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he had to, just the mannerisms and his presence. I mean, it really added to the movie. And if they would have had a different actor, well,
It wouldn't have worked
it really
as well.
wouldn't have worked as well. And Daniel Craig was really the.
Well,
You know
I wouldn't
what?
say
He
it wouldn't have
was
worked as well. You could have found someone else. But I think he did a really good job in his role.
You know what? He's up there, as far as Cowboys. He's like up there with John Wayne. He really is.
I'm not going that far.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying he was a really good cowboy.
There's something about cowboys, man.
He was sexy. He was so sexy.
There's something
I-
about
I
a
wish-
slim man wearing a vest. He looked pretty darn good in that vest.
Well, he always looks good in anything that he wears.
Yes,
He looks. The man can wear. He could wear.
He can wear clothes,
a paper. He could wear a paper
Butterface,
bag.
though. Oh, but his face.
Oh, let's not get to things he can wear because I'm starting to think about when he wore that dress for Women's Day. So let's stop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, stop that right there. But like I said, I really think I can't think of another actor that could have pulled off that role as well as how he did.
No, because
I really can't.
part of it was his presence.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but there's so many. You're gonna say if Russell Crowe was in that role, he couldn't have did that?
He did do
Russell
that in
Crowe-
310 to Yuma.
Right, but Russell Crowe wouldn't have been sexy.
Are you kidding me?
Russell Crowe is sexy,
well,
but
I don't
Daniel
find-
Craig is...
Well, I'm sorry. Once you wear a dress, you're not sexy no more.
I didn't see him in a dress.
In
so
the makeup? Take your image.
I didn't see him in that, so that's like not in my mind.
Russell Crowe could have did it. She's right. Russell Crowe could have did it.
I mean, saying nobody else
to me, Russell
in
Crowe,
the
he
role
did
would have been
do
less.
it.
I just think that's a big statement, and I
Okay,
don't
well,
think
what
it's
does that
true.
mean?
I'm not saying he didn't do a good job, but saying no one else could have did it is just a really huge statement.
But his athleticism and also added to it.
Right.
And
Russell
as far
Crowe
as that,
Okay, okay. You said presence. I'm just saying there are so many actors. Someone else could have done it.
Okay, now I have a question for you guys. What is up with like the foreigners making better American cowboys than what we have homegrown?
I think what that is people who have contracts with studios, and those studios have to put them in movies.
Yeah, and they get hired and they do a
it
job.
Is. Because if you think about it, a lot of our big actors right now are foreign. But they are. I mean, you just look at Batman and Superman right now, and both of them are, British. And so I think that's what it is. I don't think it's that we don't have any Americans that can play these roles, but it's just that they're not, because they're not being picked for them. And Chris Evans is taking over everything.
This has nothing to do with anything. But since you mentioned Batman, I was watching Batman Beyond today, and it's after Chris Nolan is done with his trilogy. Screw that. I want to see my Batman Beyond movie. Yeah. But anyway,
I think that would be awesome.
Okay, back to Cowboys and Aliens. I think
Harrison Ford. He just seemed like at first, such a
douche.
Yeah. And then, they did a good job peeling people's layers and eventually getting to the core with basically all the characters.
Yeah, I cried. I cried in the film.
I cried twice.
There are moments when I felt it would have been acceptable to do so, but I did not. That just ate me.
Jon Favreau, he did, I think, a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
He did a phenomenal job. Like, he really did. And and back again to Harrison Ford, I had no worries because he pretty much knows all the ins and outs about
when I first heard about who was casted in this film, because you got Cowboys, excited. You got aliens, and then I heard about the people who were in this movie. I'm like, this is going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
Now, most people, well, there's two types of people. People's going to say, Cowboys and aliens, that's amazing. Or Cowboys and aliens, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So, if you're one of those people that say that's stupid, I don't know if you're going to get beyond Cowboys fighting aliens, and if you'll like the story. You might think it's too ridiculous, right. But I mean, you probably watch alien movies all the time.
Right.
Why wouldn't they go to the West?
The thing that I liked about this movie was that I thought the fighting was very realistic.
The fighting was good, and how the reactions were good.
It was brutal, man.
Their reactions were good, and how they, they had no idea that they were aliens. They had no idea how to describe them. I mean, the first thing they said was demons.
Yeah.
And I just,
and they never actually did call them aliens.
No, they didn't. They couldn't come up with the term extraterrestrial back then. Well, I don't know. But anyways, I just thought it was well-rounded. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a good movie.
There were some parts I was shocked. My mouth dropped. And the aliens were so creepy.
They were.
Yeah, they were.
They were so creepy.
These were some of the scariest. Like we haven't had. I mean, these were some the creepiest aliens,
ugliest, nastiest, since Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since
at one part, I'm it really reminded me of Aliens, and my sister was really freaked out, and I kept touching her like this, and she's like, "Wait."
Not me, our other sister.
No, yeah, my youngest one, yeah. But they were creepy, and
yeah, they did an excellent job on making these aliens.
Yeah.
And you know what? And they were all CG, but they still sometimes when they do CG aliens, you can obviously tell that they're CG, and it just kind of I can't. If I can obviously tell it's a CG alien, which I know it is.
Well, technology is getting better and better.
Would you think? I don't know if it was all CG, because part of it, if it was all CG, I'm really impressed. Because
part of it had been puppets.
Because their little hands look so real.
Yeah.
and slimy and gross. So
Yeah.
I would assume that's a puppet.
Right.
You know, and I was
And if
surprised.
it's not, then I
Another
consider
another thing that
impressed.
surprised me is because usually if I really want to see a movie really, really bad, I'm really excited about it, I won't see a trailer because I don't want to get spoiled. But I did see a lot of the trailers and teasers for Cowboys and Aliens, and I have to say that I was still surprised, and that the
They
trailers,
didn't show like all the best stuff in
They
the preview.
didn't, and
Because
I
a lot of
wasn't-
movies do that, and then
Yeah.
you're really disappointed.
but I wasn't spoiled at all. Like
Because
you know, I was
just kind of like, okay, well,
surprised
how they gonna figure this? I mean, like, what they gonna do? What they gonna do now? Like, it wasn't predictable. Hollywood of late has been quite predictable in their movies.
Now there were some moments, yeah, you could guess what's gonna happen, but that's
Right.
because I mean, if you've seen a couple movies, then you know cinema has some rules. They show you this scene, you're supposed to remember this scene because they're gonna bring it back, and so
Right.
you can know what to expect.
Right.
And if you've seen the movie, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But as far as I mean, there are basic plot things that you can figure out is gonna happen. But as far as some of the people how they get kidnapped and taken, and who dies and who lives, and
I mean, it wasn't just a normal shoot 'em up cowboy movie. I mean, it was a mystery as well.
Right.
I mean, there was some drama, there was humor. You know,
there was a lot of heart to it too.
Yeah,
Right.
it really
It
was.
a lot of. There were conflicts. People had to get over their own, like, personal prejudices, you know, to try and figure out a way. I mean, it was a well-rounded.
People who thought you
Very
thought
good.
were strong ended up being a little weak, and people who you thought were weak ended up being strong. And it was a very well written, well directed, and well acted movie. And
Yeah.
I would recommend for everyone to go see it. And so
Go see it.
Yeah.
go do it. Go do it.
Go
now. Anyways, tell us what you think. I'm Katrina.
I'm Gina.
I'm Christina, and we're the Gorgeous Geeks. Where's my Batman Beyond movie?